Hi friends, it's Joan at 10 Pentacles Tarot, and today I have a 2 for you book review about tarot spreads. So I've got these 2 books. They're different. I want to show you both of them. I get a lot of questions about tarot spreads, like what questions would I ask if I want to know this, what kind of spread would I use, and I think these books might help you. So if you're interested, I'll tell you all about them. Okay, the first book is Complete Book of Tarot Spreads, includes 122 layouts by Evelin and Johannes Fiebig. Okay, so that's 122 layouts. It says, try these 122 tarot layouts. Don't settle for limited tarot readings using only standard card layouts. From relaxation exercises to questions about decisions to partnerships and relationships, the Complete Book of Tarot Spreads is filled with 122 layouts and variations that provide nuanced, unique readings, answering every possible question you might have about the nature and trajectory of your life and the lives and personalities of the people around you. Use the cards more effectively than ever before for a wide range of purposes, including tasks for the day, the big dream, stress card, desires and fears, know thyself, inner strength, naming the problem, the next step, setting a goal, and so on. Okay, so this book was, well, I don't know what the price is, but oh yeah, $9.95 in the US, $11.95 in Canada. It's published by Sterling Ethos, and the publication date is 2014. Now, the price may have changed since 2014 if this was reprinted. I don't think I've had it that long. I got it after that. So, so the table of contents, we have part 1, Practicing Tarot, and part 2, Layouts, part 3, Tarot and Astrology. All right, so there's a preface. Let's just take a look. Okay, so Practicing Tarot, Guide and Introduction. So it talks about playing cards, or tarot cards are very old playing cards. It talks about tarot in its contemporary form. And if you need an introduction to the basics of tarot, including the conventional forms of interpretation, start from this chapter. If you're advanced, you can start on page 17. And if you're an expert, you can start on page 20. All right, so that's kind of helpful. It talks about chapter 2 is basics, the short ABC of tarot, standard interpretation. It talks about the suits, earth, air, fire, and water. An overview of the minor arcana, stations of the numbered cards or the numerological meanings of the numbers, colors and their general meanings. Talks about personality and year cards, large layouts, the kinds of questions you should ask, and important connections concerning readings, like how do I find the connection between the cards and so on. And then we have theme cards, reading for yourself. So there's a lot in here besides the 122 spreads, and talks about additional applications, tarot and art, tarot reading in groups, associative readings, meditative readings, like guiding theme. And then it talks about the 78 cards, a network, and it talks about the chronological order, the major arcana, organization of the major arcana, possibilities with the major arcana, connections between the major and minor arcana. Every card is a world by itself. And then part 2, which starts on page 37, is the layout. So we have chapter 1 for every day, card of the day. There's 2 card spreads, 3 card spreads, 5 card spreads. Okay, then chapter 2, tendencies and perspectives. There's different, that's the theme of these messages. For example, this cross spread. This direction should be avoided. This is the right direction. This is the point, and this is where the road will lead to. So there's different cross spreads. There's different trend spreads. Like number 1 here, what you have, what you're looking for, what you should do, what you want, what's important for you now. And then that's a 5 card trend spread. And this one is a 4 card spread, what you already know, what you're good at. This is still new, and what you will learn. Okay, so those are there. And then there's a crossroads spread. So there's lots of spreads. Here's relaxation exercise spreads. Here's concentration and composure exercises. So a lot of this is a lot of self-help, searching and finding spreads. I have this one marked for some reason. I must have liked one of these spreads. Okay, so this is a 7-card spread, and this is like card 1, my situation or my problem. Card 2, this is how it happened. Card 3, this is the way I feel today. Card 4, this is what I'm afraid of. Card 5, this will happen in the future. Card 6, this is the warning the tarot cards are sending. Card 7, this is the suggestion the tarot cards are sending. Okay, and then we keep going. Where and how do I find whatever you want to find? What is the cause of my whatever? Then we have chapter 6, questions about decisions. Okay, that's always good to have a reading about that if you're going to make a decision. Okay, chapter 7, partnerships and relationships. These are always popular spreads. Chapter 8, life journey spreads. Chapter 9, preview and overview spreads. For example, this is a cycle of the year spread with 12 cards. And these are actually variations on the cycle of the year card. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 different cycle of the year cards you can do. And this is chances and tasks during each month. This one is like who am I in a particular month, how do I express myself, and so on. And then this one's possibilities and intentions, financial situation, and so on. So there's a lot that you can do with this. Chapter 10, major layouts, like this is the Gypsy method, and we've talked about those in some of my Gypsy card deck reviews. This is like using all the cards or using most of the cards. All right, and then the part 3 talks about tarot and astrology. So you've got a lot in this book besides so there's astrological definitions of the tarot card. For example, the Magician is Mercury, what planet it relates to. The High Priestess is the Moon. The Empress is Venus. The Emperor is Aries, and so on. And then there's an index. So as you can see, there's a lot. There are 122 spreads or layouts, but there's a lot more in this book as well. And again, that's the complete book of tarot spreads by Evelin and Johannes Fiebig. And it's published in 2014 by Sterling Ethos. Now the second book, and this one, I was just tempted to buy this the other day, and I did it. I'd seen it before, and this one kind of blows my mind because first you have 122 spreads, right? This one has 1,001 tarot spreads. The complete book of tarot spreads for every purpose. And this book is by Cassandra, Eason, author of 1001 Spells. This is also published by Sterling Ethos. The price on this is $24.99 in the U.S., $32.99 in Canada. And the publication year is 2021. So this is a lot newer than the last book that I just talked about. All right, so let's look. This 1,000. And I thought, what in the world? I don't even think I have 1,001 questions. And some of these are super, super precise and, you know, just right, very, I don't know, specific. Let's put it that way. All right, so we have table of contents, introduction to 1,001 tarot spreads, why read the tarot, and how do we choose the right cards to answer the question, how and when to read tarot in everyday life, choosing the right deck. So just kind of, and then it gets right into the meat. So chapter 1, 1 card spreads. Let me look back here. Okay, so Chapter 2, 2-card spreads. Chapter 3, 3-card spreads. Then we have, of course, it goes on. Chapter 4, 4-card spreads, 5-card spreads, 6-card spreads, and so on. We get to Chapter 10, multi-card spreads. Number 11, love and commitment spreads. Chapter 12, spreads for overcoming difficulties in love, reconciliation, and ending destructive relationships. Chapter 13, prosperity and money-making spreads. Who doesn't need that? Chapter 14, spreads for solving difficulties with money. Chapter 15, career spreads. Chapter 16, business spreads. Chapter 17, spreads for fame and fortune. Chapter 18, spreads for making your dearest wishes and dreams come true. Chapter 19, family spreads. And it goes on. It goes all the way to 48 chapters. Right about chapter 34, we have moon spreads. Chapter 35, moon zodiac spreads. Chapter 36, moon angel spreads. So it's very, very specific. So I'm just going to skip through here and just tell you briefly some of these spreads, okay? There's no way we're going to go through 1,001 because, I don't think my camera battery will last that long. But, okay, so, like, for example, how long before I sell my home or business? Will my new diet or fitness regime give permanent good results? The spread for overcoming bad luck. The 4-point anti-debt spread. How to get over a broken heart when you have been dumped. Oh, wow. Isn't it quite a coincidence that I turned to that? Okay, if you want to travel around the world, but your partner wants to buy a house instead. Okay, see, that's kind of specific. So I'm not sure how many people have that issue, but hey, maybe some people do. Maybe you do. Okay, here, this spread number 229. If you want to become a famous fashion designer. Okay, spread number 229. Spread 225, winning a place on a major soccer, baseball, or basketball team. Spread 226, 7 steps to a place in the next Olympic Games. Wowie, kazowie, look at this. 171, which should take priority right now, your day job or your on-the-side business? Is this a lucky night for meeting someone new who is special? Okay, number 370, will you have bad luck if you have lost or broken your lucky charm? Number 406, if you have had to move to live with your parents after having had your own home. Number 498, if your fur babies are your whole world and people do not understand. Number 499, should you give in to pressure from your children to allow them to have a pet? Here's a spread for if it's your honeymoon. Here's a spread for if you're a single parent and taking your children on vacation for the first time without your partner. Spread 600 for when you plan to move in with your partner. Aha, I love this one. Spread 601 if you want your partner to propose. Okay, and then we come here, 681. A blue moon spread for bringing a much desired opportunity into your life. Here's a lunar eclipse spread for making a change that scares you. Here's a solar eclipse spread for getting the opportunity of a lifetime. And that would have been good because today is the solar eclipse. If you want to do this, let me real quick tell you the card positions. This is card 1. It is, have you done everything possible to make this opportunity materialize? Any last minute additions to make? Card 2, are you in the right place? If not, where should you be to seize the moment? Card 3, if you do not try, will you regret it? Card 4, if you try and don't succeed, will you regret it? Card 5, should you go for it regardless and use whatever happens as a major step on the way to the ultimate dream? And it says you should, and this is kind of neat, which I didn't mention earlier, but it says which cards you should use. So this is a spread for using the 22 major arcana cards. And when? Anytime within 2 days of a solar eclipse. So that's good for the next 2 days, if you're interested in that. Then we have a waning moon spread in Virgo if you have a debilitating or progressive condition and there seems little good news. Okay, see how specific this is. So I'm not really sure how many of these I can actually relate to. I've already mentioned some that I can relate to, but I'm not sure if this is, this could be a handy book for doing spreads for other people with these situations. It could be, I'm not sure how many of these situations one person might have. It would probably be better for someone who's a reader for other people, because I know that some of these situations, like, I'm never going to come across in my life about me. All right, so here we go. There's the past, present, and future karmic spread, the hidden self spread, the 4 steps to new happiness spread. These are all good. 10 steps to past worlds spread. Old worlds. I'm not sure what they mean by that. Maybe it means like the way your life used to be. New Year's Eve, good resolution spread, Candlemas or early springtime spread, month by month spread for taking advantage of the underlying energies of each month, a Saint Joan of Arc spread for deciding whether to continue to seek justice or accept a compromise. Okay, that's specific. A Saint Martha dragon slaying spread for dealing with a difficult relative without causing a major family rift. Okay, there's probably more of that needed than we realize in this world. Okay. Let's see. Okay, this looks like it's about sports training. If a particular instructor or trainer always gives you a hard time. If your gym or sports club is cliquey. Will you find love through sports? Does the person you like at the gym like you too? Oh, here's a really specific one. If you have escaped from a cult and they're denying you access to your funds and assets. Yeesh. If you're marrying someone from the other side of the world and going to live in their country. If your partner is away for weeks or months at a time and an old flame or ex offers to keep you company. Oh, baby, I don't even need a spread for that. Just say no. Unless you're not loving your person. Okay, 981. If the passion has gone out of a relationship. 987. When you are dating someone who has had many passionate affairs but assures you that you are different. Okay. Okay, so, and then we have spread 1001. This is lots and lots. Okay, so that's huge. And this is your personal year ahead spread. Okay, that's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 12. Oh, I guess that's just about the whole deck. All right. And then we have an index to look up what spread you might be needing, and then about the author. All right, so that, my friends, is big. 1001 tarot spreads. Whether I will use, like, I don't know. I just thought this was so fascinating that you might be interested in this. There's so many specific ones. All right, friends, that was my 2 for you book review on books about tarot spreads. Again, the complete book of tarot spreads, 122 layouts by Evelin and Johannes Fiebig, and then 1001 tarot spreads by Cassandra Eason. Both of these are published by Sterling Ethos, and this one again in 2014, and this is 2021, I believe. So, and then of course there's a big price difference. You're going to pay a lot more for this one, and anyway, double check the price on this one because this is an older book, so I'm not positive that it's still $9.95. That seems really, really cheap. All right, friends, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you have not done so. It's completely free for you. It helps me out a whole lot. There is a membership club you can join for $3.99 a month, but of course, that's only if you want to. I just want you to watch and enjoy the videos, whether you join or not. I want to thank you for being with me today. I appreciate you so much more than you'll ever know. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever it is where you are. And I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.